So I'll just like, and three, two, one. All right, I'm here with these two beautiful people, Carlos Chavez and Jovanna Vidal. Right? I always want to say Vidal.
No, Vidal.
Vidal. Right. Right. And because I speak Spanish, we all speak Spanish here. Sí, mi hablo muy español, pero todo el hablas con ellos es en español. Sí, es
That
grande.
was
Muy
that
Casi,
was so
casi.
good.
good.
That was
Oh,
so
you're being
good.
nice. I'm like, not yet.
I love the fit.
That
No,
was
that's
spot
it.
on.
I'll
We
work
can
on it.
give you some lessons, Nick. We
Yeah.
can give you some Spanish speaking
I'm
lessons.
calling you guys for some lessons too. No, but it's so good to have Carlos and Giovanna here, and I'm gonna let you guys interview each other. But I just want to thank you for being here, and I'm excited for what's to come. And I may jump in every now and then to add on to
Sounds
something,
good.
ask a question. I'll come back to wrap it up. But until then, you enjoy your combo, guys, and thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us,
Thank
Nick.
you, Nick, for bringing us together. I am so excited, Carlos. We haven't seen each other in too long of a time. However, whenever we do see each other, we like pick up where we left off. How you doing today?
It's crazy. I think the last time I saw you was on set when you played my mom. Didn't you play my mom at some point, or you played my mother-in-law? That's correct, right?
Yes.
There we go.
Your
Yeah.
mother-in-law. Yes.
And that was such a beautiful day on set, and I haven't seen you since then. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Once we just see each other again, it's like we just have to catch up on so many things. Like, the world kind of ended for a bit.
Yeah, there was a bit of an interruption there, I believe. Something happened that kind of threw everybody off.
I wonder what was it. I don't know. I don't watch the news, but I think I'm doing amazing. I think I think I'm really happy with who and where I am right now. There's ups and downs like we all go through, but at the same time, I'm really grateful, and I'm grateful to have you here today so that we can get to chat a little bit. How you been?
Oh my goodness, I've been tremendously, amazingly, incredibly awesome.
Hey, love that.
Yeah, it's been busy for everybody. So many things happening that didn't happen, let's say last year. And now I think we're all like speed racing to catch up with things that we may have missed out on. So I think everyone's feeling that. Have you been,
Yeah.
you said.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, I think we're, if you really look at it from that point of view, I think we are learning how to live again, slowly, because I think we stopped doing that for such a long time, including work, including acting, including socializing with people, right? I went through the whole first gathering after the pandemic, and it was insane. I forgot how to speak. My accent got thicker. My words were not coming out. It was like, oh, that, and people were like,
I was so awkward. I was like, do I say hello? Do I elbow? I didn't know what to do. It was so awkward.
Yeah, and I think we're still there. Like, I still, I think restaurants are starting up this week. A lot of places have been opening up, but it's a slow process, but we're getting there, right?
Yeah. I am so excited that the light is brightening up at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
And
I know. And the good thing is we're all here,
Yeah.
The good thing is we're all here and ready to work on many new things, hopefully in the future.
Yeah. So you've been in LA throughout this time. How long have you been in LA?
I moved to LA in 2014 to study acting, but I did spend most of my time in California. I did move to Oceanside while the pandemic was going on, because every place here was closed. There was no toilet paper, no water. So I was like, I'm just gonna move to a place that has water. So I moved to the beach, and then I was, it was crazy because the virus didn't seem to exist in Oceanside.
Oh, really?
People were just kind of doing their own thing. It was beautiful seeing that after this whole crazy thing that was going on in LA. And I was there because my family has a house there, so I was able to stay with them for a couple months. And then I came back to LA. Once everything started clearing up, I ended up coming back home. And been here ever since. What about you? Did you stay in LA as well?
I stayed throughout. I haven't left
Yeah.
LA. It was bonkers, and yeah, I mean, it's just a whirlwind. I mean, you look back and you're like, okay, that's what that was. And
Yeah.
we gotta, somehow morph out of that because, we can't get stuck in that. And to your
Absolutely.
point,
Yeah.
there were so many places that weren't experiencing it to the level that we were
Hmm.
here in
Hmm.
LA. And
Hmm.
I loved your strategy that you were like, okay, I'm going to go be with nature. I'm going to go be
Hmm.
in an environment that's not as heavily weighted with the circumstances. So you
Yeah.
were able to kind of like breathe a little more freely, which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think life kind of forced me to do it because I had an apartment here and it flooded like 3 weeks before the first case started like firing up. Yeah, it was like really like it was something weird because
Like
I was
serendipitous almost.
I
Like,
know.
wow, 3 weeks right
Yeah.
before you had this
Yeah.
opportunity. Well, no, this like
Disaster.
not a
Well,
fun experience.
I mean, we can call it an opportunity because the thing is, I'm really, I'm a clean freak. This is something most people don't probably know about me, but I love cleaning. I love having my things in order. As you can
Are you a
probably
Virgo?
tell. No, I'm Cancer actually.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
But
must
I do
have a
have.
Virgo somewhere,
I
under
know.
rising, whatever, the moon, whatever.
Well, I was raised with, parents that were like really Hispanic parents. So like they're really like do this way, wake up at 6, shower, then go to work, come
And
back,
don't
clean
question
your
it,
room.
just do it.
No question. So when you grow up doing that, you always get to sides. Like my brother is not like me. My brother's like, no. There's always the rebel one. It's like, no, why am I gonna do that? You know. Meanwhile, me, I'm like, okay, yeah, okay, I'll do it. Why not? So I
Are you the
always,
older one?
I'm the older one. Yeah.
That's
So I was
why.
always. That's why. I
That's why.
know. I've heard that before too. Yeah.
That's why.
So I was really clean, and one of the things that that experience taught me was that nothing, material things don't really matter when like something bad is happening. Um, I went through the whole chaos of it when like the rooftop fell over, basically because my apartment was not ready for an LA rain. So my apartment started kind of like getting the bubble of water
Oh, wow.
when I came home one day, and then they started dripping, and it was right under it, right under it was my bed. So like and this was like my most like the place that I was sleeping in for the past couple of months, and for the first couple of years that I was here in LA, and so seeing that made me lose my mind. I was like, this is completely new. I don't know what to do. What is going on? And then it broke that night. It broke, and then like you could see the rooftop and like everything, the floor, everything got cracked because the rain just started pouring, and I lost some stuff, and I lost my bed completely. So I had to put everything away, and I had to grab whatever I could save from the apartment, and I brought it to a public storage. And that's how like and the weird thing was, me and my girlfriend was also going through some problems at the same time with her apartment. So we both ended up going to a hotel, then to an Airbnb, and then when we were finally helping each other find places, the pandemic happened. So we both didn't have a place to stay in, so we both were like, well, where do we go? And my family was like, well, why don't you guys just come to the house in Oceanside? So it kind of like forced us to just do something different because we didn't really have a place. So that whole situation happened weeks before it. So like I think this year, like a couple months ago, was the first time I was finally able to settle down after a couple years of just craziness and everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's just so wild. I mean, there's so many things I want to touch on there because there's a lot. I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. How did that happen? How did you do that? How did the whole universe come about like that for you,
Yeah, yeah,
with
yeah.
you and your girlfriend, who I dearly love, and I can't wait to
Oh,
talk about her because
she loves you. We were talking about you because she said, "Oh, Giovanna's gonna be there," and I said, "Yeah." And she was like, "Oh my God, tell her I say hi. Tell her I say hi."
oh my God,
Yeah.
the girl is like the sweetest little thing. She played my daughter in that one
Uh,
episode. Oh my God, we got to get to that because there's so much there. But I'm still on the fact that your apartment flooded in LA and the fact that it doesn't rain in LA. It's like
it did it. You know, it never rains in LA. And that week you remember that week last year?
Oh yeah, it was torrential. It was like, we were like, what is this? We're not used to this in LA.
And I guess the apartments were not ready for it because it literally flooded. Like there was no preparation for it. The landlord didn't know what to do. And this is North Hollywood, right? So like the people there are like, oh, I'll check back on you, and they never come back. But you know, it went through that whole thing. It was chaotic. It was chaotic. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I am like, well, so happy that it unfolded the way it did. You got to be with family and your beautiful chickadee girl that is like adorable. Like during this most difficult time, you were able to find a little bit of solace and create a little bit of a bubble amongst yourself. So that was a beautiful, unexpected.
Did you spend it with family too? Were you able to connect with people around you, or just by yourself through the pandemic?
It was my now fiance and me.
Nice. Congrats. I love that.
Thank you. Yeah, we got engaged despite, probably because of the pandemic. So he proposed on New Year's Eve. And we are now one of the things why things are so hectic is because we're getting married in 3 weeks. I know.
What?
Yes.
Oh my, you're like, you know, we got to speed things up on everything. Got to catch up on what we love.
It's so long. And the thing is, we just moved into our house last month. We decided that we wanted to, well, he decided, he's like, we got to renovate the kitchen and the bathroom. And I'm like, the wedding is in 2 months. He's like, yeah, that's why. I'm like, oh, okay, let's renovate. So it's been moving, construction, and wedding planning condensed in 2 months.
A lot of. Do you drink coffee?
I do not.
You do not. Yeah. Okay. I wouldn't be able to do that without coffee. That's crazy.
I used to drink a lot of coffee, and then I had to stop because it was too much coffee, and then I could never go to sleep.
Oh, I know. It really grows on you. Like for me, I'm at that point where like I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stop. And I stopped one day and my whole body's like, why, bro? Come back.
It's the worst. It's the worst. But you gotta get over that hump.
I know, I can't, you know,
I did a cleanse. I did a detox. And it detoxed the coffee out of me. It detoxed like all the chocolate I was eating. I did a video actually on my YouTube on how I was able to wean myself off.
Oh, really?
Yep.
You know, the thing, I know everything like about coffee. If you start drinking too much coffee or stuff like that, you start living, you know, kind of like depending on it, like you cannot really do stuff. I did get that for a while. I kind of slowed down a lot now. I'm only having like 2 cups a day, I think.
Okay.
And the thing is, I was at that point where like what I wasn't drinking, what I needed to drink wasn't the coffee itself. It was caffeine, you know, it was just so I could drink it in like an energy drink, whatever. But it got to the point where like I'm only drinking coffee, and it's also because I do love the taste. I know most people don't really like it. I do love the taste, and the smell and everything. It's
and
just,
the experience of sitting and having your first cup of coffee.
They sell you that experience of you waking up and like, you know, while the sun's coming up and you see the little thing, the fog, the smoke coming out of your cup of coffee, and then you feel like, oh man, it's gonna be a good day today.
Yes, advertising, the power of advertising.
I know. That's a brand deal right there.
Yes, seriously. But I'm with you. I'm totally with you. I used to love my cup of Joe, but my name is Jovanna, Joe.
Joe.
But
did I tell you? I think I told you that my mom's name is actually Jovanna too.
I think now that you're reminding me, you did tell me that.
I did tell you that. Yeah.
Guys, we had so much time on set. I think you were coming out of another shoot that morning because those were like the downtown, like.
Oh yeah.
Where it was like
2 that day. That's correct. Yeah.
Yes, I remember that because you and your girl were just like stumped at like 2 in the morning. they've done like a 20-hour day and they're still going, and they were such troopers, like true pros. And
oh, you guys were. That was also the first time I worked with Dhar Mann.
We got drama, we got pain, we got envy, we got love. Whatever you're going through, we encapsulate it like a drug. Send it back in the form of love, like it's gifted from God above. Merging ideas and working together, fit like a glove. Yeah, I'm working. For God above, I'm thirsty.